And in 3, 2, 1, zoom.
Blip, 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 blip. Oh, hey, level 3, look at this place.
Brother. Wow.
This is pretty nice.
Level 3 looks a lot like level 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, I learned a lot on level 1. 2, I brushed up my skills, so I suppose it's going to get harder from here, huh?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, let's hope we don't, like, run into a big final boss or something.
That would be awkward.
That would be crazy.
Or like a haunted house or some weird shenanigans. But
GM storms in here. Oh,
Yeah.
you two.
Wrap it up.
Yeah,
My boss is like, you said you'd be in. Yeah. Speaking of, hello to the NLA kids. If you guys are watching, nice to see you. So yeah. But all right, level 3. Where were we?
Man, we were just kind of getting like into the new movie, like
Yeah.
the spoilers. And spoiler alert, everybody!
Hey,
once
once
again,
again, spoiler alert.
Talk about all the spoilers for the new movie, which I thought was fine. The first movie, as I said, exceeded my expectations.
Correct.
This one, it didn't exceed, but it was still enjoyable.
Yes.
I have minor gripes with this new movie.
Yeah.
First and foremost, no Donkey Kong.
No Donkey. You see him briefly getting accosted by the cops as he's swinging through town. He's up to some mischief. But I did want that, like I wanted Seth Rogen laugh going through. Like, no Donkey Kong. I thought he would have played a bigger part. I think if you are world building, you have to kind of keep those folks that were big in the first one up. Plot was also diverged, I think.
Yes, I agree.
I think they were trying to do 2 or 3 storylines and make like a family thing, like, the younger sister, the father-son relationship, the redemption arc of Bowser, which, I'm glad that he was good for a little bit, but I'm like, he needs to be a bad guy, and he kind of got back first, and then at the same time, I'm like, he almost reverted to being a bad guy again. I don't know. It felt...
It was all over the place,
It
that
was.
storyline.
Yep.
That was one of my bigger gripes, is like, I wish they would have just chosen what was going to happen with Bowser and double down on it. Like,
Yeah.
if he's going to be good, give him that redemption arc. And then if he's going to be bad, give him that moment where he has to decide, this is what I'm going to be, and that's his moment.
Yes, because that was taken away from him by Bowser Jr.
Yes.
And he's just like, oh, bummer, my buddies kind of got blown up. I asked you not to do that, and you kind of did anyways. Well, I guess I am bad now. And it wasn't this big moral, tear. Like you said, I wanted that moment of the, do I save my son? Do I save Mario? And then go, Mario and Luigi's actions caused my son to do this. Family comes first. My son's right. I am a conqueror. I'm a bad... something in there could have happened, and I don't have the answer to what it was. I don't. I think maybe the answer might have been not having him redeemed. I don't think... I kind of like that him and Luigi were maybe a little bit, more buddy-buddy. Luigi gets the pass. He's like, you're cool, Mario, you suck. I think maybe had Junior gotten him out right away and then bigified him, or tricked Mario into hitting him, made him big, and then you could have had that downfall arc of Mario getting beat, Luigi getting beat, and then having to re-rise up as Bowser's been bad the whole time. Him being good in the middle for the short time that he was felt disingenuous.
I fully agree. That whole thing was just weird to me, and I was like, with so many storylines that you have, you're going to take a character that's already established and just mess around with that character, rather than introducing a new character or, cutting Donkey Kong out of the movie entirely. Something else could have gone in that place.
Yeah, and they kind of left Donkey Kong and Mario as frenemies, and I like that Donkey Kong's a big bro, you know, and he would be the guy who's be like, yeah, I know we were friends before, but sorry, dude, you're in the way of my objective. I'm going to throw another barrel at you. And, that would have been fine. I would have been cool with that. But, it missed mark. Would I tell people not to go to the movie? No. Was it a bad movie? No. Was it as good as the first one?
No.
I hope it's just maybe a little stumbling. And maybe it is too. They're just trying to set up too many other things. They want the Star Fox. They wanted the space to be there. I also thought jumping straight to Galaxy was kind of okay.
Yes.
That was it. Okay,
yes.
You lead on that. You seem like you got some big opinions.
So, I feel that the first movie really did a good job at leaning into Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, the video games, and like giving us what we wanted from that, and a little bit into Mario World as well, a little bit. This one felt a lot like Mario World as well. When they announced this movie, it was called the Super Mario World movie.
Yes.
And that's got me
correct.
So excited.
I forgot about that. You're
I was
right.
like, okay, not only is it going to be Yoshi, it's going to be that whole thing, and I know where we're going from here. Then it'll be Galaxy, and then it'll be whatever. But then they were like, we're killing that whole idea. We're going to go right to Galaxy. So they skipped.
Yeah.
They skipped my favorite and your favorite thing just to go to, Galaxy, which is for the kids now. Which is fine.
Which I get, right? Like, it's a kid's movie. It's a more recent one. Maybe they did the nostalgia throwback bait to get us in. I still think going straight to space, and then the power levels, too. Just like, if you're a power scaler type of person, Rosalina and now Peach have just, like, world-altering abilities that they know of. And, like, I think it's to grow the universe, to grow beyond. But, again, I think that's a third act.
Yes.
Yep, I think that's a third act, and then you branch out to all these other things. I think maybe that's the problem. Had this been the third movie, I think there could have been a better second movie, and this be the third to lead out to the rest.
I couldn't agree more, brother.
Wonderful.
Couldn't agree more. That is exactly what I was thinking, yes. And then another thing is, with them skipping World and going to Galaxy, they skipped Daisy. Because Daisy is supposed to be introduced second in the games. And they went right to Rosalina, who I'm not as familiar with. And I was like, why? Where's Daisy? The whole time I was like, where's Daisy?
Luigi's even like, maybe you find a girlfriend for me. Sorry, I see this in the background, and I have to like, bloop, bloop. I'll pick up my gold later. But yeah, they tacked her on, spoilers, they tacked her on to the second trailer, which not everyone stuck around for. And yeah, it seems like a disservice. And I don't know if maybe they went grand and are now coming back down. So like maybe this was the launching point for the universe, and then they can come back to the world one after, where there's like, all right, like we know there's bigger stuff, but we got problems here. This Daisy chick showed up. Luigi's maybe got a little love interest with her going on. Good for you, brother. And yeah, I don't know. I think it was a misstep.
Yeah, I fully agree. I fully agree. Because, yeah, like you were saying, I think that should have been a trilogy. Brothers, World, Galaxy. And then from Galaxy, that goes off into wherever you want it to go, including Smash Brothers. So.
I think maybe Smash Brothers is their end game.
Yes.
Right? Like, everything else builds up around it, and they come back for that big final confrontation. Some reason they all have to fight, whatever it is, and they're like, all right, like, I gotta do this. I hate to hit you in the face, like, but I'm gonna do it. So, yeah, I don't know. It was an odd choice. But I could see if, like I said, where they come, they launch, now they get all their properties out there, they come back, and now we have Peaches. There's a online meme where it's like, oh, it's Daisy talking to Peach. And she goes, well, like, there's Wario, which is Mario, and there's Waluigi, which is Luigi. Where's your ugly dark half?
Oh.
And she turns the D from Daisy upside down to a P for Peach, and she's like, yeah, you're the Peach's Wario, effectively. So maybe she's had her own little adventures with her two Wario and Luigi, and they're after her for some reason, and now you have that kind of comeback down to the world, and it's them. Maybe.
That's what I would hope.
I would hope. And again, maybe that's just because we both want Wario so bad. But
because continuity-wise, like, Daisy and Wario are in the same continuity. Because, like, Daisy was in the Mario Land games, and then that's where Wario comes in, Wario Land 2, and then that's where that whole thing is set up. So for that alone, that little sting at the end was exciting. It wasn't Wario.
No.
It wasn't what I wanted.
Come on, Nintendo. Let's go.
Yeah.
Look it, he's a number one. He's gonna win. That's how it's gonna be. Wah! But yeah, I really truly do hope that's what it is, because they are tied in together, and maybe that's just that little seed that we need to get them in the universe. And I don't know. I'll hold out hope.
Also, Danny DeVito. Just gonna say that.
Yes, I heard that there were some people pushing for Danny in it, and I agree. I think Danny DeVito would be He is Wario.
He's the living physical embodiment of Wario.
Yes. I love that little man. And yeah, I think he would do just so good. Like, I don't even think you just let him loose on set. Even if he was live action, I wouldn't even question it.
No,
like,
yeah.
live action Danny DeVito in 3D Mario World, like, whatever. It's Wario, it's Danny DeVito. No questions, no further notes.
There's your marketing campaign right there. Just put him in a Wario costume and just let him run around Times Square or something. Just let him go crazy and be the character in public. Mm-hmm. Like that could be its own thing.
Yeah, because he has his Always Sunny. Like, if you just channel that, Frank Reynolds energy into it, yeah, Wario's...
I'm the trash man!
Yeah! Can I give you an egg in this troubling time? Yes, I liked, some cameos. Birdie was fun.
I love those. Yeah.
I thought they didn't do a voice for Birdie, but I was hoping it was kind of the Miss Monarch, where he has the really deep voice, because Birdie, canonically, is a guy.
Oh.
Yep.
I actually did not even know that.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna go into all the details on all of it, but in the guideline it says, Birdie's a dude and he shoots eggs out and wears the bow, and it's sweet. So they didn't do that. I did like the bomber, Mousy, little rat guy. Again, going back to Wart's little 8-bit henchman. So yeah, I don't know.
I like that they had those characters from Mario 2, and they specifically were like, this is the second Mario movie, we're going to do a whole Mario 2 thing. Mm-hmm. That was great.
I think so, too.
I loved all of that.
And when they showed Wart, who was another early spoiler, my brain went on to the tangent of like, oh, maybe that's the direction of this movie, is Wart has Dreamland. And so, like, they have to go in, and there's all the characters in there, and there's some stuff. But, yeah, again, just kind of a miss. Like, he ran a casino. Cool. Fine. He didn't do a whole lot. I liked the character. I think he was a fun... I don't know, I liked his voice.
Guzman.
Yep.
Done did that. Yeah, that was a perfect voice casting.
Yes.
These movies are very good at the voice casting.
I agree.
These things. Yeah.
I agree. I do think that, Mario, Chris Pratt is in it because he's in everything right now. That's fine. I think he did a good job. I think that Luigi, Charlie Day, who I'd also love to cosplay at some point, Charlie Day is the perfect pick for Luigi's voice.
Yes.
Peach, also awesome choice. Strong, charismatic, no nonsense. Like, I love it. I think, casting was really well in these ones.
Agreed. Yep. They got even like Yoshi.
Bowser. Yeah.
Oh, and Bowser, of course.
Bowser, Jack Black,
We can't, Jack Black. Jack Black's great and everything, yes.
Yeah, there he is. But yeah, Yoshi was a lot of fun, too. I like that they had a little homage to Yoshi Island, babies, when they turned him in. Like, I thought that was a cool little twist on it. I could have done more with, Yoshi,
Same.
Maybe they're coming for us after all.
They are.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong swinging through.
Yeah, that's it. That's our cameo. If a giant gorilla busts through the studio, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to put a tie on him. I'm going to wrestle a tie on that. Yeah, it'll be Jumpman. I just want to put a tie on this giant gorilla. All right, anyway. Yeah. So, any other thoughts on the new movie? You said there was a couple of things that disappointed you. Did we not hit any of those?
Let's see. There was one minor thing I wanted to mention, which is Star Fox's storyline.
Yeah.
I think it was a little underdeveloped. And here's an interesting idea I think they could have taken with it to really pique my interest. So, and then this leads into the whole storyline of Mario being like, oh, I like Peach, but I'm too scared to tell her kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then Star Fox shows up, and Mario sees that, and he's like, oh, is this a threat now?
Because there was a moment.
There was a moment where it's like, oh, is this a threat? They should have ran with that.
I agree.
They should have ran with that.
Yeah, come on, Peach. I got it right in the cockpit over here. There's an extra seat. Mario, you can have that thruster. Again, going really quickly aside, them going through space, no helmets, following up. I'm like, cool, whatever, it's fine. They're rippling through space, getting blasted at just on the side of the Star Fox fighter. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. But yes, you're right. I think that would have been some good tension. I like his kind of Star Lord vibe. I think they might have hit it a little too hard with him being the I'm really cool, I'm Fox. Maybe just a dash too much. But I like how when he like did his backstory, it was like an anime segment.
That was so cool.
I thought that was funny. I'm like,
Yeah.
because he would think like cool, like moodily sitting on the edge of the thing, looking at the galaxy. I'm like, that's fun. Even if they did the Star Fox in that style, I think I'd be fine with.
Oh yeah, I can
Maybe
see
that is what his actual universe is like. It's not 3D. It's cell shaded.
Ooh,
I'd be fine with that.
that fits for the character.
It does.
Yeah.
So
Man, yeah, a little love triangle thing.
Exactly.
You know, that would have been great, and then it would have given Mario and Peach that moment. This would have been another moment where, like, she has to make the decision, like, oh, I see what
Yeah.
Mario thinks is happening, even though it's not, and I have to let Mario know that he's the one for me,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. And then that would have progressed that whole idea, other than just like, oh, I like Peach, to-do, and everyone's like, you know,
little
ragging on
poking
him.
fun, yeah.
But then it's never carried through.
Correct.
You know, and that would have been a fun moment for that whole thing, and then it would have developed Fox and given him more to do as well.
Yeah. Yep, and I agree because he even fumbled. Like Mario went up and he's like, "All right, Peach," and she's like, "Oh, what? A handshake? Like I was coming in for a hug.
Yeah.
Like I met. Like it's cool that you're here." And now there's this guy, and then they have that like little spark moment. It's like, this guy's cool. I am cool. Let's go. And you're right. It was another moment missed. A lot of opportunities and build up for things I thought that were going to be there, and just didn't come to fruition. Just sad.
But you know, that's food for thought for next time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Anybody listening in, writing team, let us know.
Yeah.
We've got ideas.
You can
Yeah.
even sign us up for those things.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, I'll write the heck out of a Wario part.
Oh man, that would be so much fun. And I think Waluigi needs his like time to shine too. Like
I agree.
bring him out of the darkness. He needs some more stuff. When they were doing like Peach got her own video game and then Wario, I would just like a reskin where it's Wario and Luigi doing the Mario video games backwards.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yep, you have to run the courses backwards, and like instead of like hopping on traps, you're like setting up boxes, and you're like trying to fill something like that. I think would be.
Wow.
I think that'd be a cool way to do it.
See, this is the guy, Nintendo. This is the guy you need.
I'm saying. So yeah, I don't know. There's so much fun to be had with them, and a little more crass and grumbly, some fart jokes in there. Like, let's get Wario and Waluigi out. Come on.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That needs to be 3. It must be. That's. I'll settle for not much less. Honestly.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. So we'll see. We'll ride otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are our expectations for the future of this
Yes.
franchise. I think. Did we cover all of our future thoughts?
I do believe so. I think we hit most of them. Yeah. I think that's about that for.
Yeah, Smash Brothers, Wario, more movies, more other characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't mind them throwing in. I know some people are like, oh, they're just throwing stuff in. I'm like, nope, I'm fine with it. They already established that they were going to do it. Again, I thought that the jump out to some of the other ones was cool, was big. I was expected. I love it. Again, I'm going to watch this one at half speed again. All the little things. I'm pretty sure I saw a bunch of Mario Kart trophies falling off of the castle wall as it was. I'm pretty sure there was the Mushroom Cup trophy that fell off the wall. It's like they're going to, I think Luigi was trying to save the blue toad. It was like just right before that. It stuck out. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, I would say go and see it. It's not bad. It's not as good as it could have been. And I've got a couple of gripes, but it's just still a lot of fun.
It's still fun, and
Yeah.
I will go see it again because it was that fun.
Correct.
It's a good movie. There's room for improvement, but it's still good.
Mm-hmm.
And kids aren't going to care. They're
No.
not going to care about
No,
those
not at
story
all.
points. No.
I think kids are going to absolutely love it. They don't care that the story wasn't as fleshed out as it could have been. Whatever. They're there to watch big things happen, and big things happen throughout that entire movie. So
Yeah.
it was great.
There's never a dull moment.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Well, speaking of things that are not dull,
Yeah.
you, brother, you have a lot of side quests that you've been up to for a while.
Yes, indeed, brother. So, if you don't mind, do you mind removing this glove? Because I'm going to need... Pull that. I'm going to need a hand. Yeah. Whoa. I also... Really quick aside, I'm glad they show their flesh hands, which is weird. Yeah, in the movie, I'm like, that's fun. You see his head, you see his hair, you see his hands. So, For those of you who don't know, I am a owner of Oak and Hollow Games, which is a local board game company. We do a lot of stuff around the area. You've played a lot of things. I don't want to speak for you, but I believe you're a fan of All Hallows Eve.
It's like my favorite Halloween game, period. Yes.
Yes.
Well done, brother.
Thank you so much. That's my love letter to Halloween, all things spooky, all things sci-fi. Check it out on Oak and Hollow Games. We have a Facebook page, we have a Discord, and we are going to be. Yeah, I'll hop into that now because you're king of Halloween, right? Like we're the Halloween guys here. So we are going to be doing a second edition is probably what I would call it for All Hallows Eve. So all that it is, for those of you who already own it or know about it, is just some rules that we touch up. Maybe some aesthetic changes here and there. We have 6 more years of game design under our belt that we are now putting into, and just going back, just minor things, and we'll probably do a second release for people who own the old game for a cheaper value to just like get the new update stuff. To put in their old game, so it's not like, well, I bought this, I don't want a whole new thing. So that's big news in the All Hallows Eve world, is that now that we are moving to kind of a one-house operation for that, we'll be updating some of the rules, some of the card art, or card design, and semantics for stuff. And then the big thing that we're going through right now, and I want to give you your copy right here, and it's been hiding in the foreground by the Mario movie in the front, is your own tin of Tinker.
Aww.
So
Thank you, brother.
you are very welcome. So Tinker is our way of seeing the world again as a playground. It is a miniature mech trading game. So you get, in a Tinker tin, you get 2 little robots, 2 of 3 different types of frames, and 10 randomly assigned equipment cards. You get to then design what your robot does. So if you want to open that up, you can kind of go through.
Can show us some visuals.
Yeah, that's why I had the gloves off, because I was like, I don't know if I can
we
grip
go.
them in my plumber's gloves. So out of this box, you can technically play 2 people, and it's meant to be mobile. It's why it's in a tin, a mint tin. It can fit in your pocket. It can fit in your backpack. You can bring it to school. You can bring it camping, and you can play just about anywhere. So like we can use your set here as a place to play. You don't need specific terrain. There's rules for climbing and pushing these little guys off of, and like, you know, like as a kid, you'd go to your grandma's house and you'd have to like make fun with what she had there. It's like, all right, there's a potted plant here, there's a stairwell, and I got my little G.I. Joe action figure. Like, what am I going to do at grandma's for 8 hours while mom's at work? Well, that's a mountain, that's a forest. And so Tinker lets you see the world as a place to play again. And just to, like, be portable, have it on you. Kind of like Pokemon. Mine is in a holster. So I've got it on me at all times, and so if anybody else sees me out in the wild, we can have just a game of Tinker ready to go. And
I mean, a holster for those Tinker emergencies.
exactly.
You just never know.
You never do know when you're going to have a Tinker tournament or a Tinker battle out there when you see another pilot out in the wild. And it's, you can trade, you can get, like, customize the mech to work the way you want. We play at both Treasure Chest Games in Cloquet and the Lock Cafe and Games in Duluth. Wednesdays currently from 6:30 to 8. The first 2 Wednesdays of the month are Learn to Play. And free play, so you can come in. It's not a very hard game. We want to make it kind of rules light, and flexible to have fun with it. And then the last 2 Wednesdays are tournaments, and you can earn pilot points, league points in that. You can show off your stuff, and those are slowly building, and I'd love to grow the community. And so if you're interested in that or learning, stop by. We're going to be at Treasure Chest Games as of this recording this Wednesday in Cloquet at 6:30 to 8. So, yeah.
You heard it, Tinker fans. There it is.
Yeah, I'll put a couple little guys up front. I know there's no zooming on this guy, but we'll throw a couple of the robots up there on the blocks and see if they'll stand. So yeah,
Maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see how crazy we can get with this. Zonk. I've never gotten really tight on this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
Let's see how tight we can get. This is getting nuts. This is like Wayne's World.
Yep.
Over here.
They're getting a little.
There we go. Let's get over here. There we are.
You're actually doing really good.
Look at that.
So as I said, we could use this as a terrain. So you have a measuring card that you use to see for shots or climbing up. You have a short and a long distance. Like the drop in between these could be a hazard that you could fall. You just talk to whoever you're playing with and say like, all right, yeah, if we fall down here, it's going to be a lava pit underneath, or it's going to be whatever. And so, yeah, we could play just right here with these guys. And I think that's really the fun of it, is just, being a kid again. You mentioned before, like, we don't have to, just because we're old doesn't mean we have to be grown-ups.
We don't have to grow up.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's what Oak and Hollow in general embodies, is just getting people around the table again, and everyone's welcome to it, to come and play. I think we need more play in our life, so,
we do
yeah.
need more play in our life. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, brother.
Exactly. And then, so if you can't make it to one of those things, we will also be at Excalibur Con again this year.
Ooh.
Love it. They always do great work. Super excited to be back to that. Skirmish is also going to be getting a re-release here as well. Another one of our games that we designed. We have a few on the back burner that we're working on. Our focus right now is just kind of getting everything in-house in one spot so that we can move forward with the click of a button from this point on. And then we can start working into some of our new games and our new designs at Oak and Hollow Games. So,
whoa. Yeah. Is there anything you can tease? Like, what are you working on? Is there anything you can tell us that you're thinking
Well, there
about?
are some more expansions. There's a Graveyard Smash expansion coming out for All Hallows Eve with 2 more monsters and some new trick-or-treaters. We have Gotcha Ninja as another one, kind of based off of like the machine where you put a quarter in and you get the little like ball out.
I love those.
Where you may have to spend some resources wisely to build your army. So I'll kind of keep that. Quiet or Hush is another one we're kind of working on. It's we're playing with some different elements of like you can't get too loud while you play the game, which would be kind of fun. And then Plunder. Bet It on the Booty is another one that Phil, my game partner, has been working on, and we're going to probably get that out. We're looking for artists for that to do some of our artwork on that. So, yeah, we have a lot. There's 100 that I want to do, and I could tease them all, but we'll leave it at those 3 for now.
Okay.
Plus the expansion for All Hallows Eve. So, yes.
Those are good little tease aheads, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, okay. Man, is there anything else we gotta cover? Is there anything we don't know about you yet?
Boy, I mean, I'm an open book. There's a lot. So, yeah, I do movie stuff. I do film stuff. I work for Pine Knot out in Cloquet as well, other newspapers. So, and I run their like Cat 7 station. So if you got little short videos and stuff, we're looking for people from the area. Yeah, you've been on it. Yeah, we put your Halloween movies on there. We've done a lot of your shorts, a lot of the Twin Ports Horror Societies group stuff up on there. So short films, short movies from the local area. We do kind of want to keep like Carleton County, so Duluth is like, yeah, but I think we could get some folks in there.
Yeah,
there's some gray area. So there's that. I'm always working on some project on some game, and if you see me out in public or you're at one of our events, I'm very open on like how we design our games. I love people asking questions on our Facebook group, because when I started getting into making games, it still is this like, oh, that's company secrets. Like, this is guarded. Like, we're not going to tell you what design programs we use. We're not like, you're whatever. And I'm like, no, this is everybody. Like, everyone should get out there and make stuff and play with stuff. And if you want to know, like, how do you keep things cheap? How did you do things on this end? Where are you going next? Like, I love answering those kind of questions. So if you are an aspiring game designer or just want to know more about how it's done, ask us. Join our Facebook group page. We have a Discord link on there as well. I'm trying to get better. There's an Instagram page for stuff. It's hard to balance the social media, the video. I want to do live streams of our Tinker tournaments. I think those would be really fun.
That's cool.
More with All Hallows Eve, of some live plays of that, especially around the Halloween season. But we're game company first, and like, yes, I love the social side of it, of making like the posts and this and that, but the more time I spend making my Instagram posts look nice is less time I'm making games that are fun. So it's a balance, but join us on there, spread us around. We are a small company. We are a family company. We try to use as many local businesses as possible in the area, and I really would love to build our community. That's the big thing for us, is like, we're the little guys. kind of punk rock. We're kind of doing it in our own way. And we're not throwing just a bunch of money at ads. We would rather talk to you in person and say, hey, play a game with me. Let's hang out. Let's just chill for a bit. And I think that's the best way to do things is meet people and play with people. So
Let's play.
let's play. Yeah. So that's it in a nutshell for me. So
Wow.
yeah.
Man. Well, thank you for coming on, brother.
Yes.
I gotta
Thank you
tell
for
you,
having me.
Wow. I can't think of another brother that
Yeah.
I mean, I've got other brothers out there, but you're
We're
my
brothers.
Mario brother.
Yeah,
We're brothers.
We're not just brothers. We're bros.
Oh, we're
We're the
bros.
Super Mario Bros. So, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention.
Oh.
I got my poster back here. I totally
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, my so I got that signed by the actual guy that does the voice of Mario.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Charles
beautiful.
Martinet. Yeah, I got to meet him at Twin Cities Con a couple years ago. and
He seems like a wonderful man.
What a sweetie, that guy.
Yep. I know
Yeah.
I've said it a few times. I see your post with Svengoolie as well. You have him in your profile picture. They kind of seem very similar vibes to me. Just like, again, somebody who just loves what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's so cool that you got to meet him. That and a signed poster. Dang.
And he did all the things. He did the woohoo!
Yeah.
And he made the actual voices while he was signing it. He'd be like, yee let's go!
Let's go.
Yeah, all this
Wow.
stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, it was great.
That's so cool. I love that. Good.
What a good
Alright.
guy. So keep doing what you're doing, Charles Martinet, even though
Yes.
I think he retired
He
from
did.
Mario.
He did. I think he said it was time to be done, but
But I'd like to see him in further movies.
yeah,
really.
if he did a little maybe cameo of like an 8-bit Mario or something, he came into the voice for like 2 seconds or
Yeah.
whatever. I'd
Come
be
back
cool
as
with
the
that.
dad, Mario's
Yeah,
dad,
maybe.
something.
Yeah, he could be, some background character. Yeah, it would be fine. It'd be cool.
Yeah. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah. You have our permission.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. I think we covered all the things.
Wonderful. I could sit here and talk with you all day. It's been an absolute joy. But yeah, well, there are some things I should be getting back to.
Yeah.
So
I suppose there's a lot. Those pipes aren't going to jump to themselves.
they are not going to clean themselves. And actually, I was just in the studio to do the plumbing here, and you're like, oh, well, you're here. Come and talk about Mario. So yeah, I got a pretty big leak we got to fix over there. So
Yeah, might as well before the big boss comes in here.
Yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
all right.
I'll tell you, well, it was fun having you on, brother.
Thank you. All right.
Until next time.
Yeah. Let's
Let's
go.
go! Joink.